Maria, I will start with you. You're Ukrainian. Why did you feel that you wanted to travel to Poland to help in this way?
Thank you. Well, as a Ukrainian, I have family in Ukraine, and some of my family relatives were in Kiev on the day when Russian government started bombing the city. And obviously, I got very scared. Got woken up at 5 a.m. Them calling, all being scared, all being nervous. What do we do? Where do we go? And then I got to talk to my parents who live in Western Ukraine, and they told me that the situation there was also very grim. That there is reports of sabotage going from house to house, and overall the situation looked very bleak. For the first 2 days, I was trying to do my best to help in any way I could, but then I just realized I felt really helpless, and Alex was very supportive of the idea to go to Poland so that we can help in any way we can, other people who are fleeing the war in Ukraine, as well as pick up my family.
I mean, it's absolutely horrendous. It really is. Alexander, I want to ask you, because you've been driving around picking refugees up and taking them to accommodation. Tell us what the conditions are like.
Well, honestly, of all the people we're working with, there's just a heck of a lot of scared women and children who don't know where to go, don't want to leave their men, fathers, husbands, brothers behind in Ukraine. And ultimately, a lot of refugees have been extremely reluctant to leave in the first place, though, of course, they are extremely grateful for help. And as Maria said, we drove from Milton Keynes to Poland on Sunday, and our initial intention was to kind of help Maria's family and a few other mutual contacts we knew. But then we decided to set up a GoFundMe to cover some of those costs, and the support absolutely skyrocketed. And we've got several thousands of pounds to now really help other people on the ground. And our mission initially just to come and help a family and a few other people has gone well beyond that. And we've been able to offer far more support than we could have possibly imagined, and to many more people. We're helping many women and children to put them in accommodation, so far ranging from 2 to 30 days at extremely short notice, just so they've got that time to kind of rest, get their mind around the situation, and then move on to their next plan. We've got so many examples of different people we've helped put in, from mothers with infants who are still breastfeeding, who call 8 p.m. at night looking for somewhere to go. And that's where Airbnb, Booking.com, Uber has been so invaluable to us to coordinate these efforts.
I was going to ask, Maria, so you went to the border. Have you actually managed to hook up with your family and actually see them now and things?
Yes, thankfully they were able to leave Ukraine and come over here. So we managed to pick them up. Some of my family is still in Ukraine. They're considering coming here as well. But obviously we have to remember that it's a very, very difficult decision for Ukrainians to leave, because they're leaving their homes, and there is. We're all trying to stay optimistic, but there is a worry that even though we are leaving, everyone wants to come back. But there is a worry that we might not be able to go back to our homes, see our friends, and carry on with the life that we used to have.
And there's an enormous problem as well, because even though we're here now in accommodation with some of Maria's family, even though the Polish people have been absolutely amazing and hugely supportive to all Ukrainian refugees, in an ideal situation, we'd take them back to England. We've got friends, family who can offer room support, huge support networks. However, right now we wouldn't make it past Calais. A couple of family members would, because they meet the current visa requirements, but aunties and cousins who are still young and in need won't. So I think it's really important as well to the government should really consider urgently waiving these visa requirements for Ukrainian refugees fleeing.
And now I heard reports that they were sending people of colour back if they got to the border in Poland. Have you seen any of that?
No, we didn't about sending back, but we are trying to understand how to bring my family to the UK as well as the extended family, and it's a bit difficult at the moment to understand how things should work, and it's a lot of technical details that we have to understand and navigate, because we were not prepared for this. Even though there's been reports of Russia preparing to invade our country, no one was making some big plans about where to go, what to do.
And with people from other nationalities leaving Ukraine, We have seen many people who have crossed the border, and I know there have been reports of people being refused out and things like that. But even right now, we're helping someone of Afghan descent in accommodation who has managed to flee. So honestly, we're not right on the border witnessing what the guards are doing. We're more shuttling people between cities, sorting out their accommodation and any other help they need. But we have been helping people from other nationalities who have come from Ukraine too. So they are definitely, at least some are definitely getting through, to say the least.
That's really good to hear.